All right, welcome everybody. We're going to do a quick walkthrough of Canvas so that you have a place to start as you begin teaching in the new LMS. When you first log on to Canvas, you'll be taken to a dashboard that looks something like this. You'll have your published courses up here and your unpublished courses below. This is pretty much what everyone will see when they log in, students and faculty alike. On the far left-hand side, you'll find the user navigation bar. Please take some time to explore these options. You may want to take a look at Canvas Commons, a shareable space from which you can import a variety of learning objects directly into your course, and also the help guide. The help is particularly important for faculty, but students can use it too. The support hotline, this 866 number, is going to be your best friend. When you call it, you'll get a real person almost immediately, and you don't have to go through any stressful number punching. You'll just get a person who knows a lot about Canvas and who has admin rights for your courses, so you can get help for all kinds of problems from the simple to the really complicated. We are paying for this, so it's highly recommended that you use it. Over time, you will get a large number of courses showing up in your published courses section. These aren't just yours. They're any published course you have access to. You can customize this view so that only certain courses show up. To do that, click Courses from the user navigation panel. At the bottom of the list of courses is a helpful prompt. Click All Courses, and then star the ones you want to appear on your dashboard. Note that the far right-hand panel, which contains upcoming items, will still contain information for all of the courses you're enrolled in. Let's take a look at a course. Notice that the overall view has changed. You'll now see a course navigation bar right next to the user navigation bar on the left side. The contents of the course navigation bar will vary from course to course, and students will not necessarily see what you see here. You can collapse and expand the course navigation bar using the hamburger icon at the top. The Publish button allows you to publish your course before it is done automatically when classes start. You should have your class available at least a week before the term begins, so that students can see the syllabus and other details. We also recommend that you become comfortable with the student view so you can understand what your students see. Don't forget to leave the student view when you're finished exploring. Then on the far right, there's another navigation panel with some key actions. This will look different in the course settings space, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's go into the course settings, which is where all the fun stuff happens. The course settings space is usually at the very bottom of your course navigation panel. In the settings space, notice the tabs at the top: course details, sections, navigation, apps, feature options, and integrations. The most important ones are details, navigation, and feature options, though I'll also show you the apps tab as well. In course details, you can manage a lot of the overall settings. You can add an image, change the default submission time for assignments, and more. Near the bottom, you can elect to show recent announcements on your course homepage. We strongly encourage you to do this because it means at least one less click that a student needs to make in order to see your latest announcements. Be sure to save your changes. Here's what it looks like if you have announcements shown on the homepage. Okay, let's take a look at the navigation tab now. Notice that the navigation tab contents mirror the contents of your course navigation when you're in faculty view. This is where you set up that navigation panel, organize it, and shape how students access your class. To disable a navigation item, click the three dots and click Disable. It is strongly recommended that you hide by disabling the course assignments and discussions pages from students, and instead funnel student access through your modules, which keep all the content organized. Students are typically overwhelmed by the assignments and discussion pages because they are not necessarily ordered in the way students expect. To enable a new navigation item, scroll to the disabled section and again click the three dots next to the item you want to enable for your course. then you can drag and drop to rearrange. Be sure to save your changes or your navigation panel won't be altered. Let's take a look at the Feature Options tab. This is where some overall features can be enabled or disabled, like anonymous grading, EPUB course export, and importantly, classic quiz availability. By default, classic quizzes are disabled. I've already enabled classic quizzes in this course, but to disable and re-enable, click the X to toggle availability. If you can't access classic quizzes, this is where you go to fix the problem. The Integrations tab is where you can enable Microsoft Sync for your course. This might be useful if you want a shared OneNote notebook for the class, for instance. But let's now take a look at the External Apps tab. There will usually not be a lot available here. The redirect tool is, however, this tool allows you to add an external link to your course navigation. Let's say I want to add a link to the Mason Libraries LibGuide for Business 200. I'll navigate to that site, copy the URL into my clipboard memory, and then go back to add the redirect app. Give your redirect an informative title and then paste the URL. Be sure to select Course Navigation so the link appears where you want it. You will probably need to refresh your screen for the link to appear, and when it does, it will be located at the bottom of your navigation pane. Then go back to navigation and adjust your new redirect link's location. You can add as many of these links as you like by going through the same process. However, you cannot alter a link you've already made. Instead, you'll have to delete it from your navigation and then add it again. All right, I've got just a few more things you'll want to know. If you want to change how your course looks as soon as students log in, you do that by changing your course homepage. This action isn't available from settings, but it is from the homepage. To change your homepage to a different Canvas page, click Change here. Then find the Canvas page you want to use as your homepage and click the three dots next to it. Then select Use as Homepage. You can also choose to make the front page your modules list in the same way. Here's what that would look like. One last thing to note in the settings section is the link validator tool. This will be really helpful as you copy courses over. It will alert you to broken links that may make things difficult for your students. We recommend that you validate your links and delete any unused pages, assignments, and files each time you offer the course to keep things clear both on the back end and for students. Thanks for watching. I hope that helped.